Greetings, friends. We wish to speak about Divine Alchemy, which is the process of the higher self fully transforming how the physical self experiences life. For many centuries, humanity's perception of who you are and how you navigate the world has been dominated by the physical mind, which comprises your beliefs, thoughts, and feelings. We say dominated by because the physical mind never completely controls your life experience. The higher mind, the part of you which dwells beyond what you understand to be the veil of separation, is always broadcasting guidance to the physical mind. But most people keep their mind tuned to lower frequencies that limit its ability to clearly receive the higher mind's guidance. The physical mind functions as a receiver of the higher mind, similar to how a radio receives a broadcast signal sent through the airwaves. A radio will receive a clearer signal if you remove any signal blockers, raise a larger antenna, and tune more precisely to the frequency of the broadcast signal. Similarly, you can take actions to enable your physical mind to receive the higher mind signal more clearly. When you are relaxed, present in your body, less engaged in thought or worry, and fully immersed in feelings of love, gratitude, and joy, you are automatically more tuned to the higher mind. When you fully surrender, the signal comes through very clearly. It is always your choice whether to be in a state of high or low receptivity. However, we understand that remaining conscious of your power to choose is one of the greatest challenges of the Earth experience. The physical mind cannot see beyond the filters of belief accumulated since birth, and most of humanity is raised with some degree of belief in lack, limitation, and powerlessness to control life. Even those with the most loving, compassionate, and well-intentioned family environments are still raised with limiting beliefs about who they truly are and what is possible. You also choose many of your life experiences prior to incarnation specifically to challenge those limiting beliefs, to shake you up a bit and cause you to question your truth. These experiences are often identifiable because they show up repeatedly. Have you ever found yourself thinking or saying the words, "This always happens to me," or "I always seem to attract people who act this way"? These recurring patterns can point to your greatest opportunities for awakening to your higher mind's guidance. Each and every human engages in pre-incarnation planning at the soul level in collaboration with other souls with whom you will embody, such as your family, your friends, teachers, colleagues, and even casual acquaintances. While in the physical body, many of these relations help to instill limiting beliefs within you, while also creating experiences that can push you past those beliefs. For example, an overbearing parent who exerts too much control helps to create a belief in the child that she is not capable of making good decisions on her own. Once the child becomes an adult, the program of incapable and dependent may be so strong that she seeks other relationships and life experiences that will support the belief. But unlike the child, the adult also has other life experiences that may lead her to question the truth of the belief. Perhaps she has excelled at a particular academic pursuit or sport or craft, also making the feeling of individual accomplishment a part of her programming. Now there is a part of her that rebels when the parent attempts to exert too much control. A voice inside says, "I'm not sure this is true about me. I think I can take care of things on my own and decide for myself just fine." If she expresses this feeling to the one who helped create the pattern of control, it will most likely not be well received and may lead to conflict. The fear of upsetting a loved one may cause her to silence herself, leading to feelings of resentment and anger, which will take a toll on her mental, emotional, and physical well-being. However, another choice is possible, one that has a much more joyful outcome for everyone involved. She can recognize that, number one, she has asked the parent to play a particular role in her life before incarnating. 2, she did so because she wanted to learn to choose self-empowerment in this lifetime. 3, she still has the ability to choose self-empowerment. And 4, at the soul level, the parent honors her choice and is excited for her to choose what she knows to be for her highest good. Yes, although the parent may not be aware of this in the physical and therefore may react negatively to her choice, the child can stand up for herself, knowing full well that once both have made their transitions to the non-physical, they will embrace with joy that the self-empowerment experiment was a success. So it is for every circumstance that triggers you throughout your life. When they start doing that thing again that pushes your buttons or makes you feel weak or misunderstood, you can become frustrated and angry that the pattern has shown up once again, or you can see it as an opportunity to experiment. You can objectively say, I've tried to ignore these feelings and I've tried to get others to change, but none of that has made much of a difference, so what else is possible? Perhaps I simply need to choose what is best for myself, speak my truth with compassion and respect, and let the pieces fall where they will. It is an unfortunate circumstance that much of humanity has come to confuse kindness with trying to avoid someone else becoming upset with your choices. This is a mistake. The most kind thing you can do is to be true to yourself, for you alone have access to understanding the larger purpose of your life. If you choose something you know to be right for you, but others don't agree with it, it is still right for you. Their judgment is simply the result of their old programming, their fears. Let them have it without adding your judgment to the mix, but don't hold yourself back in any way. This is the foundation of divine alchemy. Every human is on the planet to evolve toward the understanding that you are much bigger than the world would have you believe. You are here to embody the truth that you are a powerfully creative being, co-creating your own life and the world you live in with the infinite power of divine love, the source and substance of all things. That's very big. By comparison, any worry about offending someone else with the benevolent choices that you know to be right for your unique life path, that seems very small and rather silly, does it not? We encourage you to see your life as a great personal laboratory in which you get to experiment with many choices as you strive toward the goal of realizing your magnificence. If you feel compelled to choose something that is life-affirming for you and hurts nobody else, then choose it. If someone else judges your choice negatively, still choose it. If somebody you love takes offense at you prioritizing your own truth over theirs, choose your truth anyway. Divine alchemy is possible when you take responsibility for your own happiness and allow others to be fully responsible for theirs, even if they don't see it that way yet. And we understand this can be difficult for many because the power of the collective consciousness on your planet is so strong. Perhaps you have tried to practice this level of autonomy in the past, only to backtrack upon receiving a negative response from your trusted relationships. Or perhaps you tried a more open and loving response to a challenging situation, but then someone you respect reminds you that you should be angry or hurt and perhaps even seek revenge. Fight fire with fire, they might tell you. If this is at all familiar, we ask that you take a moment to reconnect with the feeling of empowerment you felt in the times when you chose the more loving and self-affirming response. Did you start to get a sense of how magnificent you really are? It feels a bit like watching the horizon just before sunrise, a feeling of anticipation that something good is coming, but you don't see it just yet. Our desire is for you to keep focused on that coming sunrise rather than on the darkness behind you. Pay no attention to how other people normally react to negative circumstances. Care not what others say about how the world really works. Ignore people who say you deserve to be angry or that you have to fight back. Well-intentioned though they may be, they are focused on darkness because they do not have sufficient faith in the emerging light. Divine alchemy requires faith, which is the belief in what you intuitively know to be true, even though you can't see it yet. It takes both an adventurous spirit and trust in yourself to see what others are not willing to see. You must have the confidence to say, I'm going to follow my heart and see it as an exciting journey. I'm going to push myself beyond my comfort zone. I'm going to be brave enough to stop doing what everybody else is doing. I'm going to stop surrounding myself with people who want to just keep doing what humanity has always done. Although many believe humanity has explored almost all there is to discover on Earth, you actually know only a small fraction of what there is to know about your world and the subtle, unseen influences within it. Tap into the energy that drives explorers to seek what they sense must be out there. When others say, well, we've seen that all that there is to see in this world, and we know how it works, explorers say, no, there must be more to it. We must go and look further. This takes courage and tremendous strength of will. It takes a willingness to be uncomfortable, perhaps even ostracized, without knowing how long that must be endured. And it takes an inner knowing that whether riches lie ahead or not, the journey must be taken. Because to deny the chance to discover something world-changing for oneself and possibly for the whole of humanity is to deny one's purpose for living. Divine alchemy requires that same willingness to give up what you find familiar and comfortable for the possibility of incredible discoveries. Unfortunately, the culture of modern spirituality can lead one to confuse comfort with awakening. It can set the expectation that once you start meditating, the heavens will open up and everything in your life will get easy. And yes, once you surrender to the power of divine love as the creative force in your life, you will experience more peace, easier manifestation, and greater benevolent synchronicities. But what you don't often hear is that getting to the point of surrender usually requires making yourself uncomfortable. You have to challenge what you believe to be true about yourself, your relationships, how the world works, and what is possible. Your physical mind knows only a small fraction of what there is to know, and unless you're willing to give up your faith in small things, you will not access the full magnificence of all that is. So see it as an exciting adventure of exploration that will have highs and lows as you discover what is hidden. Tap into your passion for discovering the unknown. Feel anticipation and excitement for it. Let your mantra be, Spirit, I surrender to your guidance. Lead me to my highest experience of life. Guide me over that mountain where the sunrise awaits, and if I see another mountain on the other side, give me the strength and determination to seek beyond that one too. I know that with each one I will gain new perspectives. I know you will be with me through any adversity. And if I lose a friend or resource, I know you will bring others to support my quest. And I trust that the treasures that await me will make it all worth it. Putting yourself outside your comfort zone with faith and trust is like raising a very tall antenna to receive the higher mind's guidance. When you do this, the universe rejoices and immediately begins to line up synchronicities to support you. In time, you will find that experiences, understandings, and opportunities you cannot conceive of in the comfort of your living room or workplace begin to reveal themselves. You begin to realize how big you really are. And the more you realize this, the more guidance you allow to come through from the higher mind. This is the essence of divine alchemy, the realization of something precious and transformative from something mundane or invisible. Once you start conquering these mountains of consciousness, your passion and excitement will grow. You will say, this feels good, so let's keep going. Let's go conquer that next mountain and see what's on the other side of it. As you press on through whatever challenges may come between you and the next mountain, you may still be working through layers of limiting beliefs, perhaps still pushing out of your comfort zone. You may be living with a foot in both worlds for a while, but keep going. Raise a larger antenna, clear more blockages to the signal, tune to the higher frequency, and thus gradually expand your awareness of who you are and what's possible for your life. Divine alchemy transforms you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. Yes, the more you allow the higher mind signal to come through, the more your physical structure changes. Your very DNA evolves to reveal dormant potential for greater health, vitality, calmness, and even beauty. It's all there waiting to be discovered, but it starts with the conscious choice to get off the well-trodden path of human existence without concern for what others may think. Embark on that journey where divine alchemy happens. Take the unfamiliar path that your heart calls you toward. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let others have their reactions without concern. Follow that light you sense is just beyond the horizon and surrender all fear, choosing love and compassion instead. Dare to forgive. Dare to model the same behavior that the masters taught. This is modern-day exploration into the unseen to discover your own city of gold. Find the map that is within you and let nothing bury it. You can't yet fully conceive of the rewards that await you, but we promise you they are worth the effort. We wish you blessings on your journey.